This is Tarron with Twisted Mesquite Land and Cattle. Today we're doing a review video with Woodstock. This is coming on his second week in our program. So we're just gonna go over some of the groundwork we're working through in order to, kind of prepare him for our next steps. So when I get these colts first, I'll do my round pinning, just kind of see if they'll move out and take direction, and start thinking about giving me two eyes and turning into me, and us changing directions and just getting those horses flowing and used to moving out. And then we start doing, after that, get them caught and get them on the lead rope and start doing our groundwork, which is, making sure that they'll yield their hindquarters. And I want to be able to do that both directions. There's that way when I teach our lunging, and when we work on our lunging, that way I can stop them and change directions. Change directions the other way. He's definitely seemed to retain quite a bit. I don't know what all this horse was doing prior on his, prior to coming. I know that his owner rode him outside some and prowled through cattle on him. And he does saddle good and does all that stuff really well, so I know that he's done a good job with those things. Just kind of got his attention a little bit. He's just a little playful, kind of kicked his butt to me a little bit, but just getting his attention. So I'll kind of work on, have two different ways of changing directions. That first way, like I said, when I was disengaging those hindquarters, and then I'll step in front and want him to go back the other way. He definitely moves his body really well. He can put that hind end in the ground, come back and come across. It's pretty nice, pretty cool to see. Definitely got plenty of feel. I'll get his feet moving and then make sure we can do our desensitizing. Do it with a stick and string and a long lead rope and this flag, and teaches these horses to get up and move when I want them to, but then also to calm down and relax when I'm not asking them to go anywhere. I still have his nose tipped to me a little bit. Just having, I have his attention on me. If he were to jump or kick or do anything, I want to be able to, send this horse between the fence and me. This is handy for, say you were, definitely can work on that some more. But say you were getting off and needed to, I said we definitely can work on that some more. But say we needed to get off and open a gate, especially a wire gate, get off and be able to send him between us and the post. disengage that hind end a little bit better. Better there. So when that horse kind of gives us a fit, kind of shows some reactiveness, we're going to help him work through it, and then once he does what we want him to do, then we're going to let him sit there and relax a little bit. Another thing I'm going to check out is our flexing. How does he get off this lead rope? He does really well here. Very quick, very willing. I like that. These are all things that I need to have on them, or want to have on them before I go and put our rides on them. Make sure all these buttons are working well, because you never know how those rides are going to go. Those first few rides on these horses are going to go. Or as you step them up, as you put them in the big pen, as you take them outside for the first time, all these things. But if we do our work on the ground to prepare these horses, then you're more likely, you're setting yourself up for success, and you're more likely to have successful rides while you're on them, and you're less likely to get in a wreck yourself or with that horse. Anybody getting hurt, you getting hurt, the horse getting hurt, all these things. So I'm gonna kind of prepare him, see how he handles flapping these stirrups on him, how these cinches getting tight, me rubbing all over him, patting the saddle on the other side. He handles all that stuff well. Another thing I like to work on is stirrup driving here. This is just where he kind of sees this stirrup flapping out on his side while we're moving around here. Again, all this stuff just makes these horses more willing and prepares them more there for when we are riding them. I like how he's following his nose really good there. My energy down. Kind of do a mock one rein stop with him right here. There. Another thing I did right after we saddled him, see how he handles me jumping up around him. Jumping, putting weight in the saddle, doing all this stuff. Like I said, he's been rode and stuff, but you never know how they're going to handle it, if they've forgotten anything, if there was anything mixed, anything like that. Like I said, his owner's done a good job with him. These are just making sure all these things are good. Got a couple, a few more things to work on over this upcoming week. Just a few more things to make sure he's good with, but I bet we'll be riding him here. I mean, he's in a really good frame of mind. All the parts are coming together really well. But we just wanted to show just a quick update, kind of where he's at, what we worked on this past, I think it's just past 10 days. He come in middle of that week, and just showing the groundwork. And like I said, he's doing good. He's settling in good, putting on more of a belly and putting some weight on with his good feet and everything. So anyway, that's our good short update for Woodstock for this little update video. So we'll keep you updated and catch you on the next one.